Georgia State's a really good team, and Coach Kincaid, I've known him for years. We both coached travel ball together a long time ago. He always brings his team prepared. He's a really great coach and done a great job with his team. So we knew it'd be a close game, and I thought the key to our team was Summer was outstanding and give us time. We've come to expect that out of her. She's been outstanding all year. No walks again, 5 strikeouts again. We've been able to hang our hat on our defense and our pitching all year, and we had a little bit of uncharacteristic errors today, but we were able to play around them. And I told the girls after the game, don't doubt themselves. They've been good on defense all year. When they do make an error, it's just it makes the odds better on the next play. We're going to make the play because we know we're good at defense. And then offensively, the girls are, they've been doing a really good job. I think the last 3 games, we didn't have a strikeout again today. That's a characteristic that they've done really well. I hate strikeouts, and I like to eliminate them. And they drew four walks, it looks like. So 4 walks, no strikeouts. And I felt like we hit the ball hard starting about the 4th inning, but it found their defense, and our defense made some really outstanding plays. But they kept giving us, our offense give us chances to score runs. And of course, when we got the bases loaded with Dalton coming up, I felt really, really good about it. Nobody sees the ball better than her. And obviously they're going to have to throw to her right there in that spot. So I felt real good about it with Kelly at second and Kara at first in that spot, and our leading hitter up at the plate.
Question for the student athletes.
Alissa, when you were running to first, did you have any idea what was going on, or were you wondering just like everybody else?
Well, my first thought was that she would go to first, so I was just trying to, I was like, beat it out, beat it out, beat it out. And then I looked over at second to see if it was occupied because I didn't see a throw, and then I saw the ball rolling around, so I really didn't have any idea what was going on. I was just trying to run, and then I saw everybody running out on the field, and I was like, yeah, okay, we won. So that was my first thought and first reaction.
What were you thinking when you got down 0-2?
Honestly, I was literally sitting there thinking to myself, like, this is your spot, because I think 9 out of 10 at-bats, I have 2 strikes on me all the time, but I just find a way to put the ball in play, and my teammates do their job, and it all works out.
Summer, I know you throw a ton of pitches all the time anyway, but in the 3rd inning, I think you hit the 50-pitch mark. Does that even enter your mind at all, or are you just taking care of business at that point?
Well, I came into this postseason saying I wanted to keep my inning-to-inning pitch count down. That way, in case we do have to go extra innings, that I'm not that worn out. But I didn't even think about it, honestly, this game. I was just like, okay, let's just keep going, keep playing, and I know my team was going to score eventually.
Summer coach was talking about those uncharacteristic errors. How does it affect the pitcher in the circle when maybe a 2-out error could have gotten you out of an inning?
It happens. You got to kick dirt over it and move on. I can't hold it against my team. I just got to keep doing what I've been doing and knowing that they're not going to hang their heads, and they're going to come back and they're going to score some runs for me.
Ellyson, when you guys went into the 7th with it tied like that, in your mind, are you thinking, especially when you got to 2 outs, could be in for a long afternoon, it might be another one of these 13, 14-inning deals, or did you have some sort of sense that something was going to happen?
When Cassidy Shomo made that play at second, I think that's when the energy and the momentum shifted to our side. And from then on, you could just feel like everybody's mindset changed, like, okay, we got it, we got to win. And so going into the 7th inning and then Kelly coming up and getting on, like, from then on, we were like, okay, we got it, we're going. Like, this is how we do it. And all season, we've come from behind, we've come from tie games, we live in ITB, so it wasn't really pressure. Like, the stands were all up and cheering, and I was just kind of in the zone, like, all right, this is our fans every game. This is the same energy, same situation every game. We got it. Like, we always find a way to win, and that's what this team is about.
Sorry to ask, but ITV?
International tiebreaker, overtime.
Summer, how does your life change now that you can do whatever you want at 5:30 this afternoon?
Well, I'm not gonna do what I'm gonna go home and rest. Obviously, didn't plan on doing anything after because we have games tomorrow and games the next day. So.
But in terms of not having to come out and put a little more wear on the arm, does it make life any easier?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Any more questions for the student athletes?
Did you know what was going on at the end there?
Well, I was already sending Martinez because I was expecting her to either look at the umpire. And I thought we beat the throw. I actually thought Kara had got in, and at that situation, it's just automatic go on to home. We'd already sent the runner, and I was hoping that either the second baseman took the throw would either look at the umpire or look to see where Dalton was at first and not realize we were going for home. So I didn't even see the ball loose until after the runner was halfway home.
Coach, there are a lot of ways to win a game.
Yeah.
It's just not the usual. What is that? How important is it to maybe get the right balance in a tournament scenario like this?
Well, it's huge, and that's the thing about this team that I have come to learn and respect is, I don't think I've coached. I think the lowest number of home runs on any team I've coached in 10 years of college is 60, and this team's got about 20. But I've been telling this since early in the season that winners win, and winners figure out how to win in different ways. And one characteristic of great teams is they win in many, many different ways, and they figure out and improvise ways, but they consistently win. And that's what this group of girls do, and that's what I've hung my hat on to respect them, and I really respect this bunch because of all the adversity they've been through, and then the way that they just, they may not win with a long ball the way, you want to write it up in a script, but they'll figure out a way to win, and they've just done it over and over and over, and that's a really good thing when you're coach to know you got behind you in your dugout.
I know you pay close attention to RPI, maybe even obsessed with it.
Yeah.
Same with seeding. Are you as obsessed with pitch count in a tournament situation as those other things, or do you just let that unfold too?
It's really not a whole lot you can control. And, Summer knows she wants to keep her pitch count down. But then on the other hand, you look at Georgia State and their offense, Ivy Drake leading off, absolutely a great hitter. So you can't just throw the ball down the middle either. And then you've got Matumbo, I believe, right behind her, another great hitter. So if you look up and down their lineup, there's only two spots in that lineup where you're not really worried about a home run or something leaving the park. So she obviously would like to throw strikes and go right at them in a perfect world, but at the same time you also have to respect them and really be careful and go for the corners as long as your team's got zero on the board especially. So I think Summer did what she had to do. She had 105 pitches. She's gone 140, 130 a couple of times this year, even in regulation, and so she'd probably be fresh as a daisy tomorrow.
Do you have a number in mind, like as where you would say, okay, that's enough, or you just or kind of feel it out there?
More than likely we'd just go ahead and finish, but the number would come not just to pull her out of the game. The number would be we're not throwing her the next game. We'll go with somebody else tomorrow. And, we didn't reach that number. But at some point, at 140, 150 pitches, you have to start thinking that way going into postseason. And then, obviously, a number would be override by, I would have a conversation with her in the morning, see how she feels when she gets to the ballpark, talk to the trainer. It'd be a lot of things that would go into that. But she's a very, very in-shape athlete and very athletic pitcher. She's able to throw a lot of pitches and come right back as we've seen all year. So, pretty resilient on the mound. It was hot. Yeah, it was hot. See, for the old coach, it was hot. For the pitchers, it was nothing. Another day in the park.
How, if at all, does it allow you to coach differently now that you're kind of on the top of the bracket and not playing with the loss, or whatever?
Obviously, when you get to RPI, the consideration, it's now you got Texas State, who's earned a really good RPI as well and had a great season. So that factor kind of goes away tomorrow in that game. And anytime you can get a little bit of confidence, I think one thing about this team and myself is we're all learning. We're learning each other. We're learning how to react and learning how to – even the field. The field's playing differently now in this hot weather and it's dry compared to what it was early in the year. So I'm seeing things in the field that I'll know next year and we'll take advantage of. But, just a whole new situation, so we're all learning, I think.
Coach, they played almost a shift in the outfield on you guys. The right fielder shaded real heavily to the cap. Have you seen teams do that to you much this year? And how do you maybe adjust to that? Because we hit a lot of line drives right to it.
Yeah, they did a really good job. That goes back to their coaching staff being really well prepared. And, obviously they threw inside on us. They were trying to jam our hitters, which, it's kind of hard to hit that. If you're trying to hit the inside pitch down the right field line, that's not a real good strategy. So basically, our hitters trying to hit the gap. They tried to close up the gap, and they did a good job. They were well prepared.
Two more guys?
What will you be doing at 5:30 that you might not have another one?
I'll probably be watching the game. I'll be watching the game instead of coaching the game. But obviously, it's not having to spend that mental energy in Game 2 today is a huge benefit for us going into tomorrow with a little bit fresher mindset, and the kids can get some rest this afternoon and be ready to play in the morning.
Looking forward to a Randy Summer Ellyson matchup?
Absolutely. I get excited about playing them because they're a really good pitcher on the mound, a really good team, well coached, and they've represented our conference really well all year. And so that'll be a fun game for our team and their team, and we'll get a battle out. It'll be Game 4, right, in our matchups this spring, and we feel confident. We've hit Rupp well. I felt like our kids might have hit her as well as they had any good pitcher all year when we played them last time.